Welcome to the neighborhood.
It won't be cinematic.
Oh, Massachusetts!
Let's talk about Patsy Parisi.
I think we may have a problem about our friend, the twin.
We first meet Patsy Parisi in season 2, episode 13.
Oh! Wait outside in the car. I'll come out. What did I say? In the car.
But we first meet the actor who plays him in season 2, episode 1. Guy walks into a psychiatrist's office.
Billy, don't forget the pastries.
Dan Grimaldi plays both Philly, Spoons Parisi, and Patsy Parisi. They were identical twins.
There's a twin bond. Unless you experienced it, you can't understand it.
You okay with onions, right?
And in the season 2 premiere, Tony has Philly clipped. He's talking way too much, not just about business, but about Tony's personal business. Trying to smother his mother with a pillow, Tony's mother trying to kill him, and other things that really make someone not sound like a competent, stable leader.
Yeah, they're in a nursing home, you know?
Green Grove is a retirement community, and it's more like a hotel at Captain Teeb's.
Who's he? Tried to suffocate his own mother.
Maybe you shouldn't spread that rumor.
And while it's a big moment when it happens, Philly getting clipped,
There you go, kid.
There you go.
there's so much that takes place in season 2 that the issue sort of gets put on the sideline as Tony deals with bigger issues like Richie Aprile, his sister coming home, Puss, the FBI.
By the way, Patsy, Colt went over big. She loved it.
I'm Philly.
Thought you were your brother. I'm sorry I had to do that.
So now we're at season 3. Richie Aprile and Puss are in the Bermuda Triangle. Tony hasn't been indicted. Everybody hunky-dory?
Today would have been our birthday.
Our birthday. Oh, yeah.
Well, not Patsy Parisi, and especially not on his and his twin brother's birthday.
But my brother was never a heavy guy with anybody.
Patsy gets very close to trying to take out Tony, literally coming right to his backyard. But instead of shooting his gun, he pees in the pool instead.
Say nothing, because you said it wrong. Say nothing, because you said it wrong.
Won't it happen that identical twins, a lot of times, they'll die within a couple of days of each other?
That would have been okay with me, believe me.
Hey,
But you're with us now, so why don't you, leave the morbid shit back at Junior's crew and have a happy birthday.
So, how's that going? Apparently not very well.
Patsy launches into this single malt diatribe about how people can smile in your face and still be a villain. And that he knows how his brother died.
You got a problem?
What, though?
I said, you got a problem.
I love how this is sort of like a question and a statement at the same time. First, you got a problem, like questioning Patsy if he has a problem with Tony. And then, you got a problem, meaning if the answer to the first question is yes, then you've got a problem.
You put your grief behind you. Let me hear you say it.
I put the grief behind me.
Well, let him down.
He fucking touches me!
When I was coming up, this would never happen to new-made guys. But too many people are doing a simulcast.
Well, maybe you fuck.
Do me a favor, and don't take it personally.
There ended up being quite a few rats in North Jersey, but Patsy wasn't one of them. And he has some really great moments, especially when he's sent to warn Gloria Trillo about bothering Tony Soprano or his family after their breakup.
What's the matter, you don't like me?
Look, I'm not back in 10 minutes. They call the cops, standard operating procedure.
Here's some standard operating procedure. You call or go anywhere near him or his family, and they'll be scraping your nipples off these fine leather seats. And here's the point to remember. My face is the last one you'll see, not Tony's. We understand each other? It won't be cinematic.
In season 4, when Tony chooses Christopher to be acting capo in Polly's place, we know that Patsy's not happy.
With Paulie in the can, there's a new acting capo of his crew. It's Chrissy.
Hey, Chrissy, sit down.
That's the way certain people want it, and we trust there will be no ill will.
We don't hear any other stories about him crying on the floor drunk at some spot across town. And we certainly don't see him show up at Tony's house pointing a gun or pissing in the pool that we know of.
It's just, you think you want to keep him happy, maybe? I don't know. Patsy feels bad. Maybe he was passed over.
You were pushing me to take him out. Don't let us interfere with your golf game.
Maybe a cop trying to flip him.
Well, I wouldn't exactly call that pushing Tony to take him out. Polly, on the other hand...
We always have the option.
Yeah, I'm just saying, with the change of rank and all, maybe he feels marginalized.
You still have a lot of marginal types.
Marginalized?
I wanted to note here that this is an important moment in the show because it's one of the rare times that Sil deliberately disobeys Tony. And I think it's because he feels like Patsy didn't deserve to be passed over. So it's almost like the floor tiles are a sort of consolation prize.
But the order comes down from Tony.
Go ahead.
What? Knock off the tile? Tony says no.
I got your back.
Oh, look what the cat dragged in.
You're breaking my heart.
I tell you, this no-show shit is tough. Deciding what not to wear to work, what not to put in my lunchbox.
You should try sitting here 10:30 to 3. You remember to put the spores in there?
It's kind of odd that Benny's present at the intervention, but not Patsy, especially because Tony tasks Patsy with keeping an eye on Christopher while he's in rehab.
I'm only gonna go with Patsy up to this rehab place in Pennsylvania. You're going in, you're staying in. Now, if you need anything at all, Patsy's gonna be half a mile away from you in a motel.
But to whack the guy over a horse?
A man took his horse to a vet, and the vet says to him, "Why do you have a long face?"
Horse goes. There's no man. What can you do? Tony's the boss. Centuries of tradition.
In season 5, Patsy warns Tony about a possible rat lurking in the background after one of his cop buddies tells him about a suspicious car outside a diner that Tony frequents. Jack wasn't exactly the smoothest rat, but it was a lot easier for Tony to put 2 and 2 together and make the connection once Patsy gave him this other information about the car.
And he gave me a heads up. His buddy on the force saw some car out by Napoleon's diner.
Patsy could have said nothing and let things play out as they would, but he warns Tony. It probably helps that Patsy's livelihood is in many ways connected to Tony's, and nobody likes a rat. But I think it's worth noting, given how personally hurt Patsy felt from Tony having his twin brother whacked.
Not so wrong. Oh, Jesus Christ. If he flipped, I'd be fucked. We all would.
In season 6, when the rumors start flying around about Vito, Patsy says,
I could care less, basically.
Yeah? Maybe you're a flambe.
to be clear, the correct term would be I could not care less, but we know what he means here. I thought that was another interesting distinction between him and the other guys in the family.
Manager Dale, welcome to the neighborhood. We're from the North Ward Merchants Protective Cooperative. The weekly dues to us will give you all the supplemental safety net you'll ever need.
I can't authorize anything like that. It'd have to go through corporate in Seattle.
What if, God forbid, it wasn't just vandalism? What if an employee, even the managers say, was assaulted?
Look, every last fucking coffee bean is in the computer and has to be accounted for. If the numbers don't add up, I'll be gone and somebody else will be here.
It's over for the little guy.
JAMBA JUICE.
Patsy gets really pissed when he finds out that Tony sold the building. He sold it to JAMBA JUICE, even though he had previously talked about the importance of preserving the neighborhood and the people and shops that made it what it was. I guess money talks the loudest.
Your boss went and sold the building.
He sold the building.
I think that Tony selling the building, it's probably just another example of what he sees as Tony doing something for the benefit of Tony, as opposed to thinking about the interests of the family or of the neighborhood in general. In season 6B, we actually get to know Patsy Parisi's family at home a little bit better, including his two sons, one of whom ends up getting engaged to Meadow Soprano, and the other who's around AJ's age, who Tony ends up naturally comparing with his own son.
The shit this kid knows about computers, he set his mother up with a whole website for her ceramics business.
Hey, you must be very proud.
Believe me, I thank God every day.
I gotta take a leak.
Patsy's continued proximity to Tony, even after years of these slights and perceived slights, suggests either very deep loyalty or a very deep patience.
You got a younger son, too, right? You ought to bring him up to the house. You can hang out with AJ. So, Sil tells me you booked a party here next week.
Yeah, so Fred.
You should call AJ.
And I think here, when it comes to their sons, he feels like he's competing with Patsy over who has the most successful son versus his screw-up. And as the boss, Tony feels weak that his son isn't following in his footsteps like how he followed in his father's. Not because he actually wants his son to follow in his footsteps, but because of the perception of it all. How do the families of the bride and groom get along?
Tell him Patsy needs a refill.
No, don't.
Sit down.
Well, I'd say that's a little complicated. It's possible that one of them knows about a plan to kill the father of the bride.
So Med and Patrick Parisi? Little awkward though, maybe. Patsy still works for Tony?
In the penultimate episode of The Sopranos, Patsy is tasked with arranging for the whacking of Phil Leotardo by the Italian guys that come over for the job. Things don't go exactly as planned, though. A lot of question marks and missing pieces of the puzzle to fill in at the end of The Sopranos, and I'd say that Patsy Parisi is one of those major pieces.
It's gotta be hard coming into work every day, looking right into the eyes of the guy you know ordered your brother whacked, and even having to smile.
Thanks for watching. What do you think of Patsy Parisi? I'd love to hear from you.